And just because they're nice people doesn't mean that they have your best interests at heart. Even the people that you're closest to, they take advantage of you all the time. One time my son came up to me and asked me, he says, "Dad, would you loan me $1 and only give me 50 cents of it? That way I'll loan you 50 cents, and since you loan me 50 cents, then we'll be even, okay, Dad?" What? Huh? What do? You say, "Okay, here, fine. Here's $1. Take it away." So, and most people don't. Most people don't negotiate. Who here has had any kind of formal training in negotiation? Could I just see your hands? 1, 2, 3 up in the cheap seats, 4, 5 out of, we have, I don't know, easily 200 people here today. So, lots of reasons. First of all, it's not part of our culture. Have you ever been on vacation in Mexico? They drive you nuts. The vendors on the beach, you're laying there with your sombrero and your sunscreen and your novel, and they come by, "Blanquita, señor, muchos colores, "Oh, yeah, okay, fine. That's a nice blanket. How much? 300 pesos, señor. "Oh, forget it. Fine. Get out of here." Right? 2 hours later, the guy comes by. He's got the same blankets. How much? 250 pesos. By the end of a week on the beach at Mazatlan, you can buy that same blanket for 50 pesos. And I tell you, I'll warn you, because it will ruin your vacation. If you see someone on the plane carrying the same blanket, never ask them what they paid. 25 pesos. Damn. I promise, I paid too much. In most of the places you travel in the world, negotiation is just part of their culture, something they do all the time. Here in the United States, we just pretty much take, price is marked, $3.95, $14.95, $22.95, whatever. We just pay it. So, consequently, we haven't been taught how. Negotiation training is not required to graduate from high school. It really should be. Robert Cialdini was a professor of psychology, and he got caught up in a con game. Some guys, took him for a couple of $1,000s. So he got sucked into this thing. And eventually it all came to light. And they caught the guys, but he didn't get his money back. But it really upset him. He's like, I am a PhD psychologist. I am smarter than the average bear. I should have known better. Which led him to the next question, how does that work? How does that happen that even not so ordinary, smart, intelligent, above average people get persuaded to do things that any normal, rational person would never consider? What is the mechanism of that? Well, that became a lifetime, a body of study for him. And what he discovered was that there are certain patterns of language that people respond to. These are like magic wand words that just kind of switch off our advanced, intelligent, rational brain, and we take these cognitive shortcuts. And this is one of those words. So don't ask for things. If you just put it in terms of, I need a check for $2,082.16. I'll say, okay. When you're at the closing table or whatever. But just changing the language just a little bit makes a simple request that's easy to say no to into a very, very strong rationale. Another one of these magic words is the word because. Cialdini did a series of experiments. Now, if there was any one hard and fast rule that I would impose in any negotiation, it would be this. Always require reciprocal concessions. And never concede anything, no matter how big or small, without asking for some reciprocal concession, without asking for something, anything in return. And that something could be anything. It could be a commitment to sign the deal right now. It could be a commitment to a longer-term contract. It could be a cash deposit on the spot. It could be a referral. It could be a recommendation letter. It could be that they participate in your next beta test. I don't know. I don't care, whatever. But it's absolutely essential that you ask for something in exchange. Now, if you don't have something off the top of your head that you want to ask for, then reserve the right to withdraw the concession later. All right, well, okay, we'll give you that, but we're going to reserve our right to change our mind on that. Did you realize you could do that? You could agree, but on condition that later you might withdraw that agreement. It's perfectly legitimate.